And sometimes my room is by the front door where there's a door and there's also a gate. And so normally my family, we always just go through the garage because the adults have the garage door opener and they can just walk through the garage instead of going through the front door, which has a gate and a door, right? So my stepdad would work like late, like kind of graveyard shift, and sometimes me and my mom would wait for him to come home, maybe around 11. And I remember hearing the gate rattling because that means someone is trying to open it. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, I think Dad's home. And so I go to the door and I'm like, I like look through and like nobody's there. And I'm like,
fuck.
I'm like, Mom, you come here. And she's like, what is it? Where's your dad? And I'm like, there's no one at the door. And then she's like, she opens the door. I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm like, I like back up. I'm like, nah. And she's like,
farewell.
Farewell, mother.
I say.
And then she was like calling his name. And then she's like, she like texts him. And he's like, oh, I'm still driving home. Like, I'm like,
oh, nope.
And then I'm like, I'll sleep with you, Mom. See you later.
My God.
And then the next time, I kept experiencing things in my room, but my parents weren't experiencing anything in their room. It was like only my room. Like, and so there were like little things, but the one thing I do remember was one time, like I had like pretty bad insomnia in middle school because this is when I was there in that house in middle school, and I had to always have something on the TV for me to go to sleep. So like my TV had a sleep timer. I just put the timer on to play something. Yeah. So I'm turned towards the wall on my bed trying to fall asleep. And then what I hear is the door opening. So I assume it's my mom like trying to get me to go to sleep. Right? And then I feel on, like I'm like turned on my side. I feel like on my shoulder like a hand. And then it wasn't like it held there. It just like the hand took my right shoulder and then pulled me to look towards the door.
No way.
And then I immediately thought it was my mom. So I was like, Mom. And then no one was there.
No Get the fuck out.
No one was there. And I was like, nope. And then I like immediately got up. I turned off my shit. I ran across the fucking hallway. And like the hallway is always dark. So I run, sprint, open the door, close the door. I go into my parents' bed and I'm like, I'm sleeping here. And then they're like, honey, what's wrong? I'm like, no. And then so my parents, I like tell them about it. And it's to the point where I had a Twilight Jacob Black poster in my room. But he's like, you know, Twilight's kind of dark and angsty. And so he's kind of like looking
with his muscles,
like very. What is it?
He's looking with his muscles.
He's looking with his muscles, and then like smoldering. So I had that poster in there, but we had that poster in there before this happened, and then they were like, I was having different occurrences, so they're like, you need to change your poster. I think that's like
Taylor
has
Lautner's
bad.
fault.
Like Taylor Lautner was like the fault of like my like the spirits in my fucking room, like or something. And so like
fuck this movie.
Yeah, so they made me change it, and I had a Tokidoki poster on there, and it's super cute, you know. But then my parents, after what happened with like the shoulder thing, they were like, I think it's something on this poster. And it was like, she had a tattoo that just had like a little oni. So like an oni is like a Japanese demon.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's that. And she made me put a Tokidoki sticker on the girl's arm on the poster to hopefully relieve this spiritual activity. It didn't like relieve it per se. It was my room. I had to just get over it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, it's okay. Everything's okay.